Hiya, hiya. Well, life is filled with choices. I choose to live, so I've changed my diet. I've started to eat things that are a little healthier. I used to follow Chuck Berry around in LA. Every day I would see him. He would have oatmeal and an egg in it. And I thought, wow, this is the secret of being able to do that duck walk. But I think you got to find your own way. You got to find your own diet. I have oatmeal in the morning. But I don't just have the oatmeal. I put chia seeds in it. Ever have that? You know what that is? Am I saying all this stuff right? I got a little bit of flax. Had enough flax. Here it is. I got these Himalayan goji berries. This is getting too much for the average person, right? You go to Whole Foods, we call it whole paycheck. And walnuts, they're pretty good. And if you really want to get your nuts in an uproar, eat this while you're watching television. No, you had Brazil nuts. Those are pretty good. And I use coconut milk now, so I don't have to worry about robbing a cow. And this is guaranteed to have big poops. Don't you hate when a guy goes to the refrigerator, drinks out of the bottle, and puts it back in? Women hate that. It's like the toilet seat being left up. This is acai, Amazon berry. Is that it? Am I saying it right? A-C-A-I? Between all of this and Gorilla Glue, I'm anti-gluten. So this is it. And I do yoga, but that's what you do at the bank now. The banks are featuring yoga instead of giving away toasters and dishes like they used to in the old days. So if you open an account there, they give you a mat and you do a yoga class in the bank in front of the ATM machine, which is where I worship. That's my place of worship. Yeah, I light a candle in front of it and make novenas. It's all about money, isn't it? Always. And the terrorism, those guys who have mastered the electronics. If the FBI wants to get into the iPhone, they ought to call the ISIS guys. They know how to get into anything. These guys got all the electronics figured out. And they're younger too, I notice, you know. My energy is high because I'm an older guy. I shouldn't have this high energy. But I attribute it to my Chuck Berry breakfast. And I think some of the things that I'm good for is to be a bridge to help the younger people talk to the older and the older people talk to the young. And this is a Joe talk, you know. And I like the job. I like putting the two together, putting the old people and the young people together and having them respect each other long enough that we actually have a conversation. That's missing in most kitchens these days. But I'd like to have you join me and have my breakfast tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, I have to go to the bathroom. That's another thing when you get older.